lovely friends, what's up? Welcome back to Cafe Serendipity. Today we're chatting about iPads. If you've clicked on this video, chances are you either have an iPad or you're about to buy one and you want to know if you could make the most out of that iPad for studying. I've been using my iPad for about a year now for uni, and in this time I figured out how to make me most productive. This video is divided into parts, so you can feel free to navigate to a certain part of the video if you're after something specific, and let's jump right into it. The iPad I currently use is the iPad Air 5 64GB. After researching a lot on what's the best for my usage level, I decided the Air was the best option because it's reasonably priced, but the specs are close to the iPad Pro. And for most people, the iPad Air or the regular iPad will do just fine. But if you want to level up, that's totally up to you. It's more important you make sure to buy the right storage space. If you create a lot and know you will have files that take up a lot of space, go for the 256GB. But if most of your files are things like documents, and if you use cloud storage, the 64GB should be okay. On the top row, I have a widget that just shows the battery life of my iPad Pencil. If I have my AirPods connected, it'll show the battery life of those two. And some apps that I use, and I've replaced the icons of them with some aesthetic images that match my theme. And then there's an image widget of like the old style iPod with a song that I really like these days. On the bottom half, there's a photo I've added of BTS. There's a sunrise setting graph, and it shows what point of the axis of the sun it's on at the moment, and I just find that really cute. And a moon phase widget, and it just shows what phase of the moon is currently happening, as well as the rising and setting times of it, and just another little reminder quote thingy. Same for my lock screen. The current iOS update is amazing, and the little widgets you can add to the side of your lock screen also make life very helpful. One feature I found is an absolute game changer is the focus mode on iOS, which is like Do Not Disturb's cooler sister. You can choose different modes that are customizable, and for each mode you can select your own home screen. That means the layout of your home screen will look different if you're studying versus when you're spending some chill time with your iPad. This is helpful because making your home screen only have apps you use for the studying makes it remove distractions like social media, and this reduces the amount of time you get distracted. On the studying homepage, I have a calendar at the top, and when there's any events that are in my calendar, like my due dates or stuff, those will show up on the selected date. And then I have some apps and another iPod widget with a song I really like. There's the moon phase widget from iOS, and then I have my studying learning system announcements notification widget as well. So those are up there right in front of me whenever I open my iPad to study, and just like the apps I would use only when I'm studying, so I don't have any other distractions, and the ones I need are right in front of me. If you're someone who uses your iPad for fun, not just studying, the different modes help to differentiate between study and leisure time, kind of like having a space specific for studying to help you focus better. To set up focus mode, you're just going to go into the focus mode settings, select a home page for a specific focus mode option, and you're going to design that separately first. And then you can choose apps that you want to let you send notifications, as well as contacts that you want to send you notifications while that focus mode is activated. One of the coolest things though, to activate focus mode, apart from just selecting it from the control center, you can set specific times for it to activate. I tend to study between 10 to 6, so that's how I've set it to automatically start then. There is also location-based activation, so if it detects you're in a location you've preset, it will automatically start the focus mode for you. If you go to campus to study, and if you've set the location to be your campus, as soon as you're there, it will detect it and start study mode, making you set for the grind. If you don't already know, pomodoro is a technique which combines intervals of studying and breaks for an optimized study session. It prevents you doing long-haul study sessions where you're burnt out at the end. Pomodoro timers are an easy way to implement this. Once you set in your preferred study and break duration, just press start and it will turn the timers on for you, notifying you of when to stop and start studying. There is also a widget for this, so you don't even have to open the app and you can start the studying timers from your home screen. Now this next one isn't an app, it's a website, and I absolutely love it. It's called Life@IO, and it's like a study space kind of creating website where you can create your own ambience. There's different study with me's to choose from, like nature and actual people study with me's. There's even like K-pop ones for people like me, and I don't know, any of the K-pop people out there for the delusional study with me's with your favorite celebrity. And actually other celebrities as well, not just K-pop. You can add study timers, you can add to-do lists of what work you need to get done. You can even connect your Google Calendar or Outlook calendar, so you have all that listed there for you as well. You can add music, so you can either select from their playlist, you can connect your own Spotify, or you can even copy paste in something from YouTube, like study playlist if you follow from there. One of my really favorite features is the daily fortune, and it gives you these cute motivational little quotes, and we can use all the motivation we need right now, don't we? And also breathing exercises when you're tired and you need a break. I don't know, I just love this website a lot, and I feel like you can use it on your iPad and make the most of it. It's just really good and helpful, especially if you can't go out to study or you just need a bit more of a vibe to get studying. Flora is a similar app to Pomodoro, but you can't access your iPad at all while the timer is running. There's a plant growing for that duration of your timer, and if you try to access any other app, the plant dies. And it's quite motivating for a lot of people to not let a plant die. In Flora, there's even an option to pledge a certain amount of money that they'll donate every time you try and go out of the app and kill your plant. Obviously, that's optional, you don't have to actually pay, but it's a really good way to motivate you to study, especially if you really have a hard time focusing. For study apps, you want to get an Office suite. A free option is the Google Suite, like Google Docs and Slides. It's also worth checking if your educational institution offers free softwares. I was able to get the whole Microsoft suite and the Adobe softwares free from my uni. Canva is an app for creating and editing for beginners. While it does have premium options, the free version is more than enough for students. You can make presentations, posters, you name it. And for those team projects, you can add people to edit a project collaboratively, which is so helpful. I've used it for many presentations as it gives me way more creative freedom compared to other presentation making softwares. Okay, if you're going to be dealing with algebra and graphs and you use a scientific calculator, then you're going to want to download Desmos. The Desmos graph calculator app is amazing. You can graph on there. The app is very user friendly, and you can use it to take screenshots of graphs if you need to submit them for assessments. I needed to do that often for some worksheets, and it was a lifesaver. And the scientific calculator of Desmos is just as good because you have all those options there for all the scientific calculatory things, and it's just really convenient because I forget my scientific calculator a lot. This is obviously one of the top reasons we buy an iPad, and that's to take digital notes. The best app is probably GoodNote, but it is paid, so I'm not going to talk too much about it today. Collanotes is a really good free alternative, and it's got a lot of options. You've got different page designs to choose from. There's templates, pre-made ones that you can use. You can design the cover of it yourself as well as use one of their pre-made ones. There's lots of different writing tools and different pens, markers, highlighters, and the colors, the sky's the limit because you can literally choose any color from the spectrum, and it makes your notes a lot more creative and colorful. There's things like rulers, cutters, so you can write something, and if you want to move it around, you can just select it and move it around. Usually when I'm writing notes by hand, I have to print off diagrams and add those in, and I can't really do that because I don't have a printer. But if you're doing it digitally, you can just copy paste the photo in, which is really handy. And if you really want to achieve that aesthetic digital note look, try going on Pinterest for inspiration, watch YouTube videos, and people explain it really well, how to get that good handwriting and how to just make your notes more cohesive. And don't get upset if they don't look too pretty in the first go, because it will take some practice because it is a completely different format to paper traditional notes. But when you practice, you will get it, and it's amazing when you don't have to carry 10 books to school. Even if you're not a digital note taker, you can download planner templates and use those note-taking apps for digital planning. It's literally so much fun. You can add images. Those templates have hyperlinks to switch around the pages, and it's really fun to play around with, and it's one less thing to carry around when you're lugging your bag to uni. I highly recommend trying it out. And if you're after free planner templates, there are many online and on YouTube just to search away. I'll link some of my favorites in the description. Smile To Do is a habit tracking app, and it's so cute and simple, and it's just an easy way to track your habits. And I really think utilizing your iPad for little things like this makes it a lot more worthwhile and motivating in all those different aspects. Notion is also a popular planning interface, and while it's not really my type, I know how helpful it is, and if you do end up liking it, it makes your life super organized. So downloading the Notion app on iPad is really good if you're going to be studying on your iPad a lot of the time. Lastly, an app I found which I wanted to share with you. It's called Hanx, and it's a typewriting app. If you like ASMR sounds from keyboards and typewriters, use this app to type up stuff and you get the exact same feel. It feels just like a typewriter. So if you have like an essay or something to type up, you can type it all in here and then just copy paste it over to your Word app. The sound is literally so fun. It's just so fun. Okay, accessories. A case is definitely a must. A flip case that's foldable. It protects your screen, and it's also handy when you're outside or something and you just need to prop your iPad up, so it gives you a lot of positions to work in. I'm not saying an Apple Pencil because they're a bit pricey, but you can either buy an Apple Pencil or a cheaper one from somewhere like Amazon. I know they make those, and it's going to be different, but it's worth buying some kind at least if you're going to do things like note taking. If you're going to be writing on your iPad, you want to buy pen tips. So find metal ones like this, make your handwriting a lot more sharper, like you're writing with an actual pen. I used my iPad to fill out all my math homework sheets, lab reports, etc. on my iPad by hand, and it made it so much easier to have a pencil to do it with rather than doing it on paper, scanning it, or taking a photo and submitting those. Matte screen protectors are basically like rough. They have a non-shiny surface, so your pencil doesn't glide on them so easily, and it's like how you write on paper. It's more controlled and it gives you a better handwriting. The most popular brand is the one paperlike, but you can easily find one online that's cheaper by just doing a search for matte screen protectors. And you're definitely going to want pen tips if you're using a matte screen protector, because your original tip that comes with an Apple Pencil or any pen will get really scratched up because of the matteness of the screen protectors. An easel, a laptop stand, anything, just get a stand. And you're watching lectures, reading off a textbook or a site, helps so much to have the screen raised a little bit. It's just healthier for your eyes and neck, and I found that having it on a stand, it also looks very cute on your desk. Or at least having that flip cover we talked about before, something to just make sure you have your iPad held up all the time, because you're not going to hold it in your hand or just place it on your desk like a textbook. And that brings us to the end of this video. I really hope it was helpful for you. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and I'm always checking the comments